Hello! So, I'm here with my client Gaurav. He decided that it'd be okay to sit down and have a conversation with us, or with me, about kind of all this stuff that we've done together over the last year.
Yeah.
Gaurav and I first started talking about this stuff because we had a mutual interest in this field, on what the mind can do, what the body can do, and what the full potential is. And so we decided to start working together, and we started with the alignment
Yep.
program. And the alignment program looks at how is the mind working with all of the components that makes it up. What are all the components of the body, and are they all working together properly? And then getting those to kind of work together. And then for those that are more on the energy bent, looking at the chakra system as well and pulling that into alignment. And because it's all happening on the subconscious level, it's very difficult for those issues to come back. You have to sit down and focus on being negative rather than the new positivity just kind of flowing through. So, Gaurav, what was your experience with that?
Yeah, man, it's been really interesting. It's been a good journey last year, and it's kind of taken me from, if I were to put it in kind of one statement, it took me from really fragmented to really focused, but not focused in a sense that I'm ignoring other things, focused in a way that I'm actually focused towards goals that I want to achieve. And there's very little, if anything, in the way now.
Internally.
Internally, yeah. Of course, external obstacles will happen, but
right. And when those external obstacles occur, how do you find working with them?
Yeah, it's very different. Because it used to be, if there was an obstacle in the way, whatever it happened to be, person, business, whatever, it would be kind of disheartening, and you kind of get frustrated about it. Now it's very, I guess the way to put it is, I'm very solution focused now. So it just seems to be, and I don't have to really think about it very much. It's not that I'm coming up with a solution. It just seems to happen. Right. I'm no longer focused on the negative aspect or so-and-so things in the way, more than, okay, this is in the way. What can be done to mitigate it and or swerve in a different direction without getting hung up or stressed out about it?
Yeah. Okay. And so that was the alignment program.
Yeah.
And then we went into the core state program.
Yeah, so with core state, it kind of, what I really like about the ways you've done the programs that they build, right? They build. So the core state was really, so the alignment was there, and I kind of got my mindset right and kind of aligned almost to the next part of the program, which is, okay, now that you're here, what's the next level up? What's the next step up? And really that came down to, if you were to get rid of all the blockages, all of the beliefs and patterns that we build up over time, there is a core state that is kind of, in your best interest. And I found after doing the core state, the biggest change between, say, before and after the core state was the core state kind of, I found it sped things up. Like there was even less of a lag time in being able to come up with a solution to a problem. But I also felt more inspired by doing the core state, because bigger ideas and bigger projects would suddenly pop into my mind. And there was times when maybe just a pure alignment, I might have doubted something. With the core state, I almost felt internally compelled to do something, even if it didn't logically fit. Almost like intuitive in its own way. Like it just, this is the right thing. I trust it, and I don't question it. So since then, yeah, things have just gotten better. That's really business has gotten better. I've been told, and I probably noticed as well, that I'm just a lot more direct. Not in a mean way or anything, but just very clear on what I need to do, with consideration for others. So there's a difference. Like you can be very self-focused, like anybody can be, to the detriment of others. This is very much my core state, at least the way it came out, is, yeah, there's a very high need of achieving the goals that I want to achieve, but they're also very respectful of everybody else's contributions, which is a nice balance to be able to strike.
Yeah, that absolutely would be. For those that don't fully know about the core state. The core state is, in Buddhist philosophy, there's the conventional truths that people hold, and these are our stories, our narratives, our belief patterns, and then there's underneath that the actual truth of what we are, what the Buddhists call the ultimate truth. And core state flips the model. So rather than people working from their conventional truths, it gets them back in touch with the ultimate truth of what they are, who they are, and kind of reconnects them with how the mind and body work. So the alignment program gets those internal blocks aligned or cleared out, and the core state then starts enabling people to build on what they actually are and how they kind of jump forward and take leaps in life that they normally wouldn't have before because there's a lot of those blocks in their minds. And Garv has been a perfect example of what's been able to be done with this in such a short period of time. We started the core state program 2 months.
Yeah, I was like 2 months,
something
maybe,
like that.
Maybe less. But yeah, 2 months, 8 months. Yeah.
And we probably have about 1 session left to tidy things up.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And then from there, you asked me what else I could offer. That's running through my mind. Like, all right, geez, I'm a successful businessman. What else can I provide for him? And I started noticing his life and some of the other patterns that were going on. And he's able to do a lot more than he thought he could. So I thought, okay, well, this is something that I know some other people wanted in as well. So I developed this Millionaire Mind program. And with that, being a millionaire, being successful isn't about having money. It's about having the mindset to be able to have that occur. And one of my favorite sayings on this is, be the person who gets what they want as a byproduct of who they are. I can't remember where I read that, but that's a quote from someone else. And so I took that idea and looked at and researched a number of different billionaires and how they work and operate. And then I distilled that knowledge set and combined it with this theory and started running forward with it. And Gaurav and I have been working for maybe a month on that, maybe a couple of weeks.
That's 2-3 weeks maybe.
Yeah. So it's a bit fresh on that, but Gaurav can explain kind of the benefits that he's seen from that so far.
So the core state, core state kind of enables everything, right? So, and then I wanted a very specific skill set, I suppose, and that's what the Millionaire Mind did. And it was just about kind of, I've been able to obviously a bit more focused in the last little while, just building a business, and I've started a few more. And I was finding, there was the only blockage I really had was just the mindset around running some of these things successfully. So what the Millionaire Mind allowed me to do was just hone in on that skill set on, okay, if you're starting these things, if you're running these things, here's the mindset you need to have. And you have to be able to accept the fact that, yeah, these things can be amazingly successful, right? And a lot of times we're really afraid of our failure, but most people are really more afraid of their success than their failure, right? Because it's like, well, I got everything I was looking for. How do I handle this? Like, what do I do? Do I deserve it? Is really a question that comes up all the time.
That's a big one for a lot of people, right? Subconsciously.
And that's what I found. Like, once we got done with the Millionaire Mind, we're still, I think, have one more session there. I just haven't had the ability to. It's almost like it brainwashed me in a good way, because I can't even question the worth of what I'm putting out there. And I have found, when maybe an external factor or somebody has questioned it, I can't even accept their belief system or an external belief system that would limit my ability to achieve this. So yeah, this has been relatively new, but I've already seen the results. We just got started a new venture just after this, in fact. And as a result of doing it, we were offered kind of a compromised position, which I may have accepted in the past. I would have said, yeah, okay, that's cool. I mean, it's good money. And I've always been really nice and, whatever that means, right? So I'm like, yeah, I want to help you, blah, blah, blah. This time I was like, no, it's a lot of, it's a good offer, but sorry, that's not what we agreed upon. These are my terms, these are my conditions, this is what I need. And lo and behold, they looked at me with a whole different light, because maybe they expected a different response having known me before. And this time they were like, whoa, okay, that's cool. And then I got what was fair for us and for them, where I would have easily compromised even a couple of months ago. So I've been finding that more and more. So yeah, that's been a huge change, and it's only been a few weeks.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
It was good timing, right? It was perfect timing because of this big deal. So yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I like that joke about having brainwashed you. One of the things about this type of work that I joke about with people is that I don't need to brainwash people. People are already brainwashed. My entire goal is to remove that brainwashing, and that's what getting people back to the core state or back into alignment is. That they already have all of those narratives, and it's fun to play around with it so people can feel a little bit of crazy. But that's just what I do with my friends on the side. It's removing all that stuff so that they're clean and clear, and that's why people usually talk about feeling lighter afterwards, is because they're not wearing that baggage as much as they used to, and most people have become acclimatized to that type of baggage that they don't recognize that it's there anymore. But as for the Millionaire Mind program, yeah, dude, you've been doing really well with that. I'm really excited to see what else occurs with this.
I'm really curious. Yeah, I'm actually going to be putting it into play in a really large business setting next week. We're going to a massive conference, and my outlook is different. I used to believe that I'm not the type of person. I've always been more of a background person when it comes to business running operations. And really what all this has done is really bring me to the forefront. And instead of being uncomfortable with it, I'm actually embracing it and driving the boat at this point, which is would have scared the pants off of me a few months ago. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to schmooze with all these people. I'm going to come back. I've already set a pretty crazy goal of $10 million deal by the time I'm done by the end of next week. And I just, somehow I know this is going to happen. Like I don't have it doesn't sound weird to me. It would have sounded insane to me. I mean, if 2 months ago I talked to Nathan and been like, I'm going to secure a $10 million deal, I would have laughed about it probably and kind of joked about it. I'm dead serious, man. This is going to happen.
It's nice to have you have that confidence.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm happy.
There's an assertiveness, but it's not in a rough way.
It's just, not aggressive.
I'm here. I know what I do. I know what I have to offer. This is my value. Yeah. And you put it on the table fair and equally.
There was a real fear of, I thought, okay, once I'm done this, I'm going to be super aggressive and, one of those A types. And I'm like, well, but that's not who I am at the core. If I simply value who I am and what I bring, and I make that clear, that's all I really want. Yeah. And that's what's happened. And I can't back out on it. I've tried. I just say, sometimes an old pattern will kind of rear its head, or a memory will rear its head, and it's like, well, maybe you should just do this. And I'm like, nope, that's not going to happen because that would make me feel terrible. So I'm really looking forward to what happens the next couple of weeks. Some of the stuff I'm getting to work with somebody that I've admired and respected a lot in business as well. I've seen them take me on and view me more as a peer, and they've seen differences as well as somebody Nathan knows. And so, yeah, I just know things are happening. What else can I say? I mean, just to give not to ramble on too much, but to give it a quick anecdote.
Yeah, by all means.
Last week, I'm in the digital marketing space, and things changed completely 180 in one of the app platforms that we use. They came, and there's a business that I'm partnered with 50-50, and funny enough, because of Millionaire Mind stuff, that business just took off. Before that, put it this way, we had made zero revenue in 6 months. After Millionaire Mind and talking to my business partner about this, we started clearing somewhere around 40 to 50 grand a month doing this business. It blew my mind. I was like, what is going on? It was just mindset. It was mindset for both of us, honestly. And it was really interesting. But then this event happened online, which shut down all of our stuff. And in the past, I would have just been like, oh, we're done. We can't do this anymore. Just would have gone into this crazy cycle. And to an extent, my partner did get a little bit freaked out. He was like, oh, what do we do? And, and I'm like, dude, we just got to pivot. We're going to pivot. Here's a strategy. Here's what's going to happen. 48 hours later, not only do we have a new strategy, our lead costs got reduced by 70% compared to what we were doing before. Just because I was like, good, there's a better way to do it. We're going to do something nobody else is doing. And boom, 48 hours later, the solution's in place and it's working.
Wow.
That would have taken maybe, if ever, it would have taken like months to get to that point.
Wow. So focus, concentration, drive.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a lot more passion.
There's a lot more passion.
Doing
yeah, because I'm also doing what I want.
Mm.
Right? It's no longer a compulsion of, kind of do what comes to you or do what's safe or what's right or whatever. Like we all have these belief systems of, we have, and look, a lot of people, myself included, we have families to support and things like that. And if you're in business or an entrepreneur, that can be really scary because it's like most of the time we get drawn to, even though entrepreneurs are risk takers, we have to do what's safe, right? In this case, because my belief is so strong in the new ventures that I'm doing, I'm able to jump into them and make them work and work better than ever before. And the few that I'm doing now are fun. I enjoy them. I wake up and even if I work a 14-hour day, I do it out of choice and not compulsion. And that's the beauty. It's my choice. It's my choosing. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So 2 programs nearly complete. Millionaire Mindset is about halfway through, if that.
Yeah.
Dan Pena, here we come.
You bet.
He's a billionaire investor. He's a very wealthy man, someone who both Gaurav and I look up to.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Gaurav, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And let's get on with the session.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Take care, everyone. See you soon.